Good morning, my beautiful friends. It is another wonderful day, and we are here to be wonderful in it. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul, and today we are going to be working with my I Am deck. Now, this deck is just full of amazing positive affirmations phrased in the form of I am statements. I want to say thank you guys so much to the people who are sharing this. Once again, we're continuing to reach about 1,000 people a week, and that's a really cool thing. So, thank you. Anyways, we're going to pull a card off the top of the deck today, and what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. You're going to affirm out loud that you are the affirmation on the card by saying, I am the affirmation on the card. And then we're going to write that down in chat, and then we're going to go around and encourage each other. Now, the reason that this is so effective is because when you hear me say something, that is one layer of affirmation. And when we respond, when we say it out loud, that's another layer of affirmation. When we write it down, that's a third layer of affirmation. And when we spot it in others, that's a fourth layer of affirmation. And really, like, the whole goal here is to cement these incredible positive affirmations into our minds in a way that simply hearing them or reading them or having somebody say them in passing to us, and we have a tendency to let that stuff bounce right off of us, especially when things are complimentary. We are trained from a young age that our job is to let compliments bounce off of us and accept criticism wholesale. And so what we're going to do is we're going to very intentionally say some nice things about ourselves today. So let us begin by pulling a card, and we can say that today I am grateful. I am grateful. So I am grateful today, and I appreciate all I have and all I've created. So I am grateful. I appreciate all I have and all I've created. Are you grateful? You are grateful. You appreciate all you have and all you've created. Now, I'm going to write that down in the comments, and I encourage you to write that down in the comments too. Just because I said it doesn't mean that you are going to believe it. You might understand it in your head, but in order to make that 18-inch journey from our heads down into our hearts, it's so important that we affirm these things ourselves. And gratitude is one of my favorite cards. Gratitude is one of my favorite emotions to experience. The words thank and you part my lips more often than most any other compliment that I have for other people. I'm so grateful because I recognize that I couldn't be where I am without the efforts of hundreds and thousands of other people. And we are where we are in life because of other people. We are where we are in life because of the unmerited favor that we've received from others. And we recognize that, the card talks about our hard work and our, all the things that we have and that we are creating. Yet all of life is a co-creation. We can create things by ourselves, but the best things are never created in a vacuum. The best things are created with other people, with the help and the assistance and the support of other people in thousands of ways where they might not even realize it. Now, sometimes that help and support is very obvious. Sometimes it's very clear to whom we should be grateful. And other times, not so much. Sometimes it's somebody said something in passing to us 5 years ago, and that has completely changed our outlook on life. So gratitude is really just an acknowledgement that we are here now because of the efforts and the love and the care that other people have sown into our lives, the seeds that other people have planted into us. It's such a beautiful thing. And let's face it though, we don't always feel grateful. Sometimes we feel ungrateful. And ingratitude is an interesting one because ingratitude is not necessarily a conscious emotion or a conscious decision or feeling that we make. We don't get out of bed saying I'm going to be ungrateful for somebody who's done something for me. We get out of bed and we simply are used to that. And because we're used to it, it really puts it far away from our minds. And so ingratitude is really more about being unconscious than it is about being willfully recalcitrant. It's about being unconscious of the good that other people do in our lives and getting a false sense of inflated ego about how the things that we have and the ways that we are basically just caused by ourselves and not because our lives are an amalgam of all the people who surround us. One of my favorite quotes is that we are the product of the people that we surround ourselves with. And the top five in particular, the five people we surround ourselves with really do define the course of our lives. And it's interesting because when they say product is multiplying. When we multiply two numbers together, we call that the product, as opposed to when we add two numbers together, we call that the sum. So we are the product of the five people that we surround ourselves with the most. And so it's so important to recognize and be grateful for those people, because whether they know it or not, and whether they are consciously doing it or not, they are sowing into our lives. So it's so important for us to really be careful about the people that we allow to have that level of access to us, and also to be cognizant of the benefit that they bring into our lives. And this will automatically create an attitude of gratitude that will follow us in our life and help us to ingratiate ourselves with the people who are around us every day. And in doing so, help us to achieve our goals, our dreams, our ambitions, and serve the world. So I want to say thank you guys so much for coming here. I am grateful right now for you. I am grateful that you come here. I am grateful that you play this game with me. And I am grateful that you are the ones who help me to really have some discipline in my life and to consider these things for myself. Because when I say them and when I write them down and when I affirm them for you, I am also greatly benefited by it. So thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. And if you need a specific affirmation, I have them all archived on my YouTube channel. So head on over there if you need something in particular. And so if you're watching this live streamed on social media, it's very, very difficult to really have them organized on social media like this. So I want to say just thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Aloha from paradise.